Welcome, badminton fans. It's that time of year again where the badminton merry-go-round descends on the arena Birmingham for the HSBC BWF Yonex All England Open showpiece. Badminton England's jewel in the crown. The prestigious Yonex All England Open is an HSBC BWF World Tour Super 1000 level event offering $1 million in prize money. Aligned as one of only 3 Super 1000 tournaments spread around the world. Here's how the World Tour tournaments break down by category. The All England Open aligned as one of 27 tour stops, all building to December's finals in Guangzhou. The generous HSBC World Tour calendar. Next, the Swiss Open, then down under to the Australasian Swing, then the US Open, then back to the Far East for the Midsummer, Malaysian and Indonesian Opens. And players targeting, of course, December's season-ending finale in Guangzhou, featuring the top 8 in each discipline. Here's what we have for you on day 2's order of play. First up, women's singles second round. Can Hyun back up yesterday's big win over the 5th seed PV Sindhu? Today she takes on CHEUNG Ngan from Hong Kong. Our second match features men's doubles with seeded carnage yesterday in this discipline, losing the top 2 seeds. Will the 4th seeds Endo and Watanabe survive against the experienced former world number 1s Go and Tan? Then it's in form Akane Yamaguchi, the 4th seed and strong title contender, running hot from another German Open crown. She takes on young, tall, talented Dane Mia Blichfeld, Spanish Masters champion. And then an all-English mixed doubles action follows, featuring the top 2 English teams squaring off. Then men's singles, former world number 1 Kidambi Srikanth, seeded 7th, hopes he's got enough to see off the reigning Asian Games champion Jonathan Christie. Plenty more on court 1 for your viewing pleasure today. Women's singles world number 1 Tai Tzu Ying, looking for a 3rd consecutive title here. Today takes on Beiwen Zhang. And another tall, imposing Dane, former world number 1 and world champion Victor Axelsen, takes centre stage, as do 2 more Danes on their swan song together, Bo and Morgensen. Well, second round matches, we have 40 matches over 4 courts, and this will be the first match that we're bringing you. That'll be women's singles action from the bottom half of the draw. CHEUNG Ngan against Sung Ji Hyun. So plenty to unfold between 11 o'clock now and around about 8 o'clock this evening as well. So what a terrific day in store. Our players making their way to the court. So much to play for. $1 million in prize money up for grabs throughout the event. Singles champions to trouser checks for over $11,000. Runners up over $5,000. So much to play for. This is their 6th meeting, these 2. And well, I can tell you that Sung Ji Hyun, the world number 10, has won the last 4 of 5 meetings. CHEUNG Ngan, there she is from Hong Kong, world ranked 30th at the moment, taking on the South Korean today. Just 25 years old from Hong Kong, the lady on the right of your picture. And there is the steady, dependable South Korean. Let's listen in to the coin toss.
That side.
So there we have it, the coin toss has taken place. And there is the star of yesterday, the former world number 2, 27 years old, 5'9", from Seoul in South Korea. Currently world ranked 10th, just 8 spots off of that high that she achieved, number 2 in the world in June 2017. So Seoul born and bred, been a pro now for 10 years when she became part of the national team. She's won 2 matches, lost 2 matches this year, has Sung Ji Hyun. And a very experienced campaigner, contested 530 career matches and won 350 of them. That's who she beat yesterday. Massive scalp for her there over Pusala v Sindhu, the 5th seed. 80 minutes it took her. And, well, it was really sent shockwaves through the women's singles draw, down in the 5th seed in some style. She needed 9 match points to get across the line and wriggle past the former All England Open semi-finalist. She was tidy, disciplined, and very patient with her performance. Her opponent today from Hong Kong, CHEUNG Ngan, as I say, 25 years old, posted a couple of semi-final showings in 2018 at the Macau Open and the Australian Open as well, and a quarter-final appearance at the Asian Championships as well. So a couple of years younger than her opponent today. Had a very good win yesterday over the talented Russian Evgenieva Kozatskaya, world rank 34, coming through there in straight games, exactly a half an hour played. Lost her in the first round last year to Sayaka Sato of Japan. And, well, there's the head-to-head dominance from Sung Ji-hyun over this very opponent over the years. She's won the last 4. And, well, the last meeting was in the French Open 2016. Long drawn-out affair, 21-13 deciding game. Sung came through on that occasion. Hello to our man in the chair, Alan Potter from England, keeping a beady eye over proceedings, and the service judge from France. Big talking point though, wasn't it, that win yesterday for Sung Ji-hyun? Just a massive one, and avenging that 6-8 head-to-head deficit against PV Sindhu. Now she stands at 7-8. But a really steady, strong performance from a good athlete, very patient she was, and didn't sort of overplay. Even towards the end there, you sensed she might have been just that little bit more aggressive to cross the finish line. She was steady throughout though, no doubting that. Lost in the first round here last year, so nothing to lose. It's all bonus in terms of ranking points from here on in, really. She had 8 first rounds over the last 12 months, so it's not been her best year, hence the ranking slide a little down from that heady ranking of 2 in the world. Still a top 10er though, and always dangerous. Loves playing her home tournament, the Korean Open. More of that later, as we build up to the start of this round of 16 clash. Paul Hand in the commentary position to take you through this one. So it's going to be,
ladies and gentlemen, on my right,
CHEUNG Ngan
Sung Ji-hyun, Korea,
against Sung Ji-hyun.
and on my left, CHEUNG Ngan, Hong Kong, China. Sung Ji-hyun to serve. Love all. Play.
These two contesting this match from the top of the 3rd quarter of the women's singles draw.
1 love.
Chen Yufei, the 3rd seed from China, takes on Aya Ohori of Japan. And the winner of that one will meet the winner of this one.
Service over. 1-all. Service over. 2-1.
Big smash from the South Korean there. Statement of intent right to the body, to the right armpit, perfectly placed. Talking of perfect placement, that wasn't too shabby either, was it, from CHEUNG?
Service over. 2-all. Service over. 3-2.
Well done. Very nicely done. Well, she had the glint of an upset in those
4-2.
eyes yesterday. Those deep brown eyes did Sung Ji-hyun. Can she back it up today? Often a difficult thing to do, isn't it, when you've had that sort of adulation and the spotlight shining on you. But there's been multiple upsets on day one. Top 2 seeds in men's doubles out, remarkably. I wonder when the last time that happened was. Jill will know.
Service over. 3-4.
Very disguised there from Cheung.
Service over. 5-3.
So we established yesterday there was a slight oncoming drift to Cheung's face on this near side. That's on court 1. Of course, 4 courts in action today. Might be different around the venue between courts. Abundance of terrific badminton unfolding, though, over these 4 courts on round a 16 day. Heading towards the climatic finals on Sunday. Who will it be to etch their name
6-4
in lights? Really launch a player to stardom, an event of this kind of stature. If you do well here, you really do make a name for yourself. That's what it's all about. These players desperate to shine here. Oh, that's nice. Cutting across the shuttle nicely there. Very disguised. Nice sense of composure from Cheung. Well, interesting, two of their 5 previous matches have gone the distance between these two. And that last French Open match in 2016 was a great example, an illustration of that. Of course, there's a lot of water that's gone under the bridge in those last 3 years or so, or 2.5 years. Cheung obviously much improved.
8-6.
Currently at 30th on the world ranking list, the lady in yellow. With her back to us. Just a little too greedy with that one.
9-6.
There's a lovely sense of smooth calmness about the South Korean, isn't there? Everything looks quite dependable. She doesn't rush and snatch at her shot. She looks composed and full of self-belief. So she should be after that win over Pusalavi Sindo yesterday. It's a great showing from her on this court.
10-6.
Forcing the play a little there, Hong Kong player. So 4 points adrift. She's work to do here. Well done. Beautiful straight block
11-6,
from
interval.
Hyun to secure the mid-game interval lead. 11 points to 6 after 7 minutes played. South Korean playing some beautiful badminton from the off.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Coaches, return to chair. Players on court, please.
Interesting. No coach
11-6.
with CHEUNG Ngan.
Play.
Well, certainly nobody visible near the kit box. CHEUNG is being
12-6.
yanked around all over the place. There indeed is the coach of CHEUNG, beg your pardon. She just left early from our picture. This has become a very physical contest, and you do sense that Sung is just that little bit more adept in that department so far. Double the score of her opponent today. But that said, CHEUNG Ngan had a good win yesterday over Kozitskaya. We mentioned that at the top of the programme. Half an hour it took her, and it's 21-15, 21-9. So a very strong showing on the adjacent court, court 2. But the slow haul here at the All England is tending to favour players of the ilk of Sungji Hyun. Patient, happy to manoeuvre the shuttle to all 4 corners of the court and really ask a lot of questions. She's a very good high percentage player.
(14-7).
Take a look at this. How much did this miss by? Not much. A rare unforced error.
Service over. 8,
That'll pain Sung, you can imagine. She prides herself on keeping those to a minimum. Interesting talking point. We said how she loves playing her home tournament, the Korean Open. She's been in the final there 6 times and won the event 4 times. That's a beautiful cross snap from CHEUNG. Yeah, it always interests me, that sort of, when a player can repeat at a certain venue, that kind of sense of comfort with a homecoming, I guess, their own bed, sleeping in at night, all that sort of stuff. Who knows what it is, but certainly players do tend to favour certain venues and repeat good performances at those venues. And also, of course, on the flip side of the coin, certain players just don't like certain venues.
Service over. 15-9.
Perhaps a little too slow for them. Well, it was a good deceptive backhand return of serve, but unable to back it up from CHEUNG.
16-9. Service over. 10-16.
Yeah, it's been a fairly dictatorial performance from Sung Ji-hyun, who has been, you know, solid from the off and already engineered a run of 6 consecutive points earlier on in this opener. Tall, rangy athlete in black is looking increasingly imperious out here, seeming to have got a lot of confidence from that win yesterday.
10.
Well, she's played on so many big stages, hasn't she? Runner-up at the Indonesian Open 2017, Dubai World Super Series finals of 2016. She was runner-up there as well to Tai Tzu Ying. She contested a lot of big event finals. That found its mark from Cheung.
11-19.
She's trying to salvage a little bit of pride at the back end of this opener, you sense. She has to eradicate these mistakes, though.
Serve, 20, game point, 11. Game.
It's a solid game of badminton from Sung Ji-hyun. She'll be delighted with that. She snatches the opening game in rapid style. Just 14 minutes played, takes it 21 points to 11.
바닥으로 가라. 높게 가지 마. 이게 뭐 한 개만 받으면 미스. 따라가는 거.
maybe too easy. So and then see how you feel. You can control.
開四波開平波，10號都做唔到冇問題，因為本來打這種出來很耐心，又唔係話好痛啊，呢度你攻嘅話一定好難，很耐心，因為他有的球很到位，很到位，你要高球再拉的，沒辦法。打得正式，你可以俾佢調少少，準備快少少。
Hasn't she been solid in this opening game? Keenly eyeing the start of game 2 upcoming is Sung Ji-hyun.
20 seconds.
Everything going swimmingly for her so far, backing up that heady scalp of downing the 5th seed yesterday in PV Sindhu. For Cheung, well, she's got to be a little bit more patient and disciplined and keep the shuttle in the confines of the court for longer, build the point. But it's a tough ask for the world number 30 at the moment. Just requesting for a few beads of sweat to be mopped up that she's spotted. And just over here, look, there's a little bit there and there. That's it.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Second game, level, play.
Start of game 2 then. Sung Ji-hyun to get it underway. Game to the good.
Service over, 1 love.
Now, I'm curious whether she might sort of step up her attack a little bit more now and be a little bit more expansive and adventurous with the game buffer behind her, this lady.
Two love.
Well, there was hesitancy imbued all over that reverse slice, wasn't there, from Cheung. Didn't really commit to the shot. Thought it was going. It might well have been very close to that sideline.
Two all.
It's landed in.
Service over. 3-2.
Hong Kong fans delight, South Korean pain. Look at that, just inside the line. Well, that was a much better building of the point from the Hong Kong player there, just manoeuvring her opponent around nicely and demonstrating the patience that we were asking for. A lot more solid there. Happy to go long in a rally. That bodes well. 2-point lead for the player on the left. Longest rally of the match there. Can she keep it up? Excellent.
5-2. Cheung. Second. Okay, play.
Well, suddenly taken a
6-2.
wrong turn. Sung Ji-hyun. The radars momentarily kind of switched off, and combined that simultaneously with an upping of the level from Cheung. The scoreboard looks a little rosier for the Hong Kong residents. How long will it last for? Opening the court beautifully there, didn't she? But wow, what a response from the athlete from South Korea. Beautiful end range control. Let's see it again here. Look at this. Dives down to the left. That is gorgeous. Well, it's almost as if she doesn't want to get caught into that running game that she thinks in her mind will probably favour her opponent. And, you know, early impressions are that it will do. But that said, she did win a very long rally just a few points ago, and that is very, very encouraging for Cheung, who's building nicely right now.
Service over. 5-7.
That won't help. Good leave from Sung there.
6-7.
Backing herself in her judgment here. Very calm and clear-minded on that. So nibbling away at the deficit nicely, the player who won the opening game, and looking to turn this one around as well. Again, just that little bit more drift aware on court one. Perhaps the exposure out here yesterday has really served her well, making a lot of good judgment calls. And, all of her endeavours brought deadlock to game 2.
Service over. 8.
Excellent cross smash from CHEUNG there. So quick to close the net down there.
Service over. 8-all.
But it's a much better showing in game 2 from CHEUNG. Giving Sung Ji-hyun plenty more to think about.
Service over. 9-8.
Really well engineered this. Look how quick she closed that net down there. That was really well done. Oh, that's a beautiful finish. Wonderful slice from CHEUNG in that long, grueling rally. I must admit, in my mind, I was backing the South Korean there, looking strong and smooth with her outstanding athleticism. But a wonderful finish from CHEUNG there. Longest rally of the match at 34 shots. You can see the old lungs tugging in and out. Was standout for the world number 30. She goes on these sort of rampant runs of points. She's had a run of 4 earlier in this second game. Well done. Mixing the play nicely. Very deceptive. Good precision and high skill level from the world number 30. This is good. Another run of 3 consecutive points for her. She heads to the turn 11-8 to the good now. Perhaps a turnaround in this opening match from the Arena Birmingham.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
여기서 대가리 좀 다르단 말이야. 그러니까 여기 할 수 있으면 반대쪽으로 돌려가자. 크로스를 하든지 아니면 중간 나온 거 같이 중간으로 주든. 여기서 이거 했고 딱 하면 어떻게 돼? 바로 팍 지금 연속으로 계속 백크라로 돌아서 백으로 돌아서. 여기 지금 계속 제가 지금 계속 노리거든요. 중간으로 가든지 크로스를 하든지 한 번만 바꿔주면 돼.
Well, the tone of that looked like rather a sort of like a stern advice given to Sung. He said, say, come on, don't let her off the hook. That kind of chat.
11-8.
Find a way back into this.
Play.
3 points shy. Trailing 8-11. It's just gone. Nicely done. Did really well to turn that around because she was getting tugged to all four corners of the court.
9-12.
That was a really industrious point from the South Korean, having to invest a lot physically there. Just really having to dig deep. And as an opponent of hers, you feel you have to go lights out against her because she is so solid in defense when she really wants to knuckle down. And with that, she often mentally kind of provokes error from Cheung, but not so much in game two. It's been a lot more adventurous and proactive from Cheung. And tidier as well. She'll be delighted so far with her efforts in game two. Far better than in game one. Well done, very deceptive. A lot of people were sold on the cross court shot there. A slide of the wrist. She goes back down the line. Really very well done. She's found that,
challenges,
but Sung Ji-hyun thinks it might have been out. So, a rare challenge in this opening women's singles. Going upstairs for one of just a sparing number of times. Here comes the answer. Unsuccessful challenge. It was indeed in. Good job, Lions judge.
One challenge remaining.
Well, it's been a really, really fascinating game from Cheung, who's managed to play with aggression and high percentage so far in this second game. Her concentration looks a lot better. She's not looking around as much. Her eyes look stiller. She's definitely settling much, much better in game two here.
Service over.
Well,
10.
Misjudgment, 14. Hands down from the Lions judge. She stands stone because that's well inside the line. Just didn't account for that drift on her back a little, albeit quite subtle and minimal.
Oh. 11-14.
That's just missed. And that's what Sung does to you. She's 14. Just so solid. Again, there's a perfect illustration of just how solid she is in defense and happy to run. Big, long gait that she has. Just squeezing out Cheung on that occasion. Long rally. They're the ones you want to turn your way psychologically. A bolster to the winner of those kind of points and a wounder to the loser. Great play.
7-7.
Shuttle found
15,
its mark.
12.
If you're from Hong Kong, that is. And the run of points stops at 3. A second run of 3 for Sung Hyun.
Service over, 13-15.
Beautiful, deceptive return from Sung Ji-hyun. She's won 4 of the last 5 points. Lady in black here, with her back to us. Well, there was no call. Whether the line's judge was obscured, I'm not entirely sure. But there was an immediate response from the South Korean. She wants to go upstairs again. Another challenge. Again, unsuccessful with the challenge.
Challenge unsuccessful. No challenges remaining.
So
Service over.
Yi is having to play very close to lines. More often than not, at the moment, she's finding them.
16-13.
So she's out of challenges now, is Sung Ji-hyun. She's trailing 3 points, more importantly, in game 2 here. And it looks like we might get a repeat of what happened in the French Open, going the distance between these two a couple of years ago.
Service over, 14-16.
Well, of course, Chen Yufei is in this section, plays a Ohori of Japan today, the Chinese 3rd seed. That'll be perhaps the winner of whoever comes through this one. But also in the women's singles, Ratchanok Intanon went down yesterday in 3 close games. She's out, the 7th seed, and you would imagine Nozomi Okahara, the 2nd seed, will benefit from that
14.
in time in her quarterfinals, perhaps. This is all wild projections, of course. They've got to get there first. Still Cheung in front here. Found that as well.
14.
Extremely focused. We've seen a lot fewer mistakes. She just looks really into it, doesn't she? You can see it in her eyes. She's got that sort of stillness to her, a trust in her performance. 2 of their 5 previous meetings, she's managed to take a game from today's opponent, has CHEUNG.
14.
Can she go one better and really build on that? She had a good win yesterday against Kozitskaya. Ranked 34 in the world, the Russian. That was a good scalp. But this would be far sweeter if she could down Sung.
Service over, 15-19.
So stops the runner points to 3 in a row then for CHEUNG, does Sung. Been on court now for 36 minutes. Far too early really to see any signs of fatigue. It has been quite a grueling contest, long rally.
(16-19).
Well, she hoped for the tumbler there, didn't she? But unable to just clear the net. Oh, well, she really threw it all at that point, didn't she, CHEUNG? Some really good digs throughout. There was a short forehand dig as well she made, as well as that backhand there. And unfortunately, that one just kissed the tape and made for an easy put away for Sung Ji-hyun. Now then, remember, she was 19-14 up. It's now been 3 in a row for the South Korean, who's looking menacing again. Yeah, she wanted an out in the point, didn't she? And got that all wrong.
18.
Coach smiling
19.
nervously. These are tough moments to watch if you're a Hong Kong fan, because suddenly you sense that Sung Ji-hyun is really physically powering through these longer points again. 4 consecutive Korean points now, and she's just 1 point shy. Really nibbling away at the deficit nicely is Sung Ji-hyun. These are huge moments. So just umpire keenly ushering the players back onto court. As we head towards the sharp end of game 2, who's it going to be? Will Sung Ji-hyun be taking the distance again in consecutive days?
Play.
She had opportunity yesterday to put the match to bed in the second game against PV Sindhu. 3 match points, all denied. What about here? Can she find a way to get done in straight games? Terrific receive from CHEUNG.
Service over, 20, game point, 18.
So it's a couple of game point opportunities then for the Hong Kong player. So the PV Sindhu slayer, Sung Ji-hyun, has been detained. We go the distance in match 1, on court 1. Don't go anywhere.
21-18. 1 game all.
希望可以对抗住底线。完了以后，你可以想到，比如说头顶边，他不是很喜欢抹一拍或者说掉第一拍软，其实你很主动，你老是想勾他大对角。像这种球，等于说你自己也好，像这种球你可以再给他一拍，再来勾。要是他重的话，你就给他中间；要是他轻的话，你试试看再给他一拍底线，再来勾。因为他现在很轻的，你都是给他对角嘛，他就很顺。他一拍轻的，完了以后他就上你对角。完了，你那个对角呢又勾不到很快，因为他那个球轻，他的位置很好，所以这种球呢，你试试看再顶他一拍，完了等一下呢，他头顶。
상대 주자가 여기서 뭔가 바꿔줄 수 있는 걸 전혀 바꿔줘야 돼요. 왜 제가 찬스가 없다. 할 수 있으면 여기 있으면 반대로 한번 바꿔줘. 저희는 라운드에서 모든 공을 다 결정적으로 해야 돼요. 내가 미스가 나올 수 있는 뭔가를 만들어줘야 돼. 코스는 지금 네가 여기서 밑에 가다가 라운드에서 한 12시 나온다. 이런 슈팅거리가 나오는 거는 거의 없다니까. 네가 백크래야지. 여기서 할 수 있으면 한번 넣어줘야 다시 계속 주잖아. 또 한 번은 바꿔줘.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
자유.
This youngster's been mixing her strokes with
please.
good effect and attacking persistently. He really has got her game together
play,
and brought her
please.
A game. Can she continue in that vein?
Quickly.
4 courts, 40 matches, all
Final
second
game.
rounders today at the
Level.
Arena Birmingham. The oldest tournament in history. The All England Open. The one that all the players want to win. Hyun just doing what she does and gets all eyes on her. She certainly has a stage presence, doesn't she? A sense of calm about her. She'll play when she's ready, unless ushered by the umpire.
Ready to play, please.
And on cue, he does just that. So, third and deciding game. Who's it going to be?
Play.
Quarter-final spot up for grabs on day 2. Beautiful cross slice.
Service over. 1 love.
So deceptive. Perfectly measured.
6-7.
That's what we saw a lot of in the opening game. If you are just joining us, welcome along. You're in the company of Paul Hand. Great having you. And we saw that CHEUNG was just a little bit impatient in game 1 and pulling the trigger in the point far too early, really. She wanted an out in the point and wasn't happy to run long and really dig deep. Not so in game 2. She's been far more disciplined with her choice of shot and happy to really get stuck in physically. Oh, wow, got out of jail there because her shot prior wasn't too good.
Service over.
But, there's been plenty to admire about this match. That one there, I thought she would have been in a world of pain after that, but some didn't make her pay. Oh, that's brilliant. Invested so much physically in that point. And in the end, her will and strength of character found a way through. That was admirable. Well played. There's much to celebrate and admire about her performance out here, the world number 30. And we've got deadlock on the scoreboard again, early doors, third game. Another long, grueling rally.
Service over. 3-2.
Sung Ji-hyun, a name you hear a lot more regularly at the sharp end of these kind of level of tournaments. Not so much these days for the former world number 2, but in her pomp, she was a regular at the sharp end. Not so for CHEUNG Ngan.
Sung Ji-hyun challenges called out.
Of course, pulling the trigger on a challenge is also an opportunity just to have a slurp and a wipe down. Whoa, look at that. Just kissing the edge of the line, that one.
4-2.
Backing herself, and it paid dividends.
Play. Service over. 3-4. Service over. 5-3.
Oh, that rally had it all, didn't it? But in the end, the flat hard drive just catching Sung Ji-hyun. Napping a little there. Fantastically sharp at the moment is CHEUNG. Another long rally that she's come out on top. Normally, Sung Ji-hyun would have earmarked those kind of points for her side of the scoreboard. Now that is how you turn a point around. Fantastic. The glimpse of Wang Chen there, the former world number 1, coaching Chun in her corner now for a year or so. Obviously a lot to do with her massive improvement of late. Look at that. Straining every sinew, Sung Ji-hyun, but not quite enough. So 5-all deciding game. Who's it going to be? Hasn't she turned this around? It was it's too harsh to say it was a shambolic start to the match, but there was far too many errors, almost as if she was nervous being on centre stage here at the Arena Birmingham. But she settled nicely. It's a great showing in game 2. Does she have what it takes to go the distance here.
5-all. Play.
Well, another hat-trick of points for CHEUNG Ngan. Oh, wow, the physicality there just cost her. You sense, you do kind of sense that she's having to redline physically, CHEUNG Ngan to live with the physicality of the South Korean, but really laying it all out there. She played some great badminton, but you do sense that she might just kind of fall away a little. Does she have the physicality to stay with Sung Ji-hyun? That's the thing. So often you see a sort of spirited effort and then suddenly a player kind of dips in level a little because they kind of run out of steam. Not so here, though. She's doing very, very well. But maybe in the end
6-all.
it will unravel. Who knows? And who am I to suggest that? She's played a terrific match. So many positives to take.
Again,
she responds.
7-6.
Enjoyed that point. Obscured. Nice judge had hands over his eyes. She's not happy. She wants to challenge. A wry smile of frustration. It was a late challenge.
Called in.
But she felt a little hard done by, obviously, and had to think about it for a second, but then pointed her finger to the air. Well, it was pretty close.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining.
We'll put that down to her being knocked off balance, shall we?
8-6. Play. Service over. 7-8.
Sung Ji-hyun having to be careful now. She's only won 2 out of the last 7 points. She's got to build here because momentum is with this lady, the bottom of your picture from Hong Kong, albeit slight.
Service over. 9-7.
Well, it's hands on hips moment for Sung Ji-hyun, who looks a little perplexed now. Her head is probably spinning like a washing machine. She's not having her own way, and she didn't anticipate, by the looks of things, this high level that CHEUNG has brought here. Brilliant. So precisely struck. Power and
Service
placement
over.
there.
8-9.
Nibbling away at the deficit on the scoreboard like a terrier dog with a bone. Now, if there's one thing she definitely is, it is resilient. Super close there, but just finding the tape. So a 2-point game in favour of CHEUNG. Beautiful reverse slice.
11-8, interval, change.
Great
ends.
disguise. It's the underdog here, the world number 30, who heads to the turn with a 3-point cushion, 11-8, as we approach the hour mark played.
睇到你正手跳對角同埋正手對角高波，所以说不是说不能用，它是正手比较用一点，但是呢，现在你要加一点极限，比如说他對角球高球過來，或者對角推球過來呢，加啲直線冇問題，加啲直線保護下，特別佢正手對角高過嚟，可以加一點。
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Down. She can defend.
Return to court, please. Coach, to your chair.
바꿔줘야 돼. 들어가면
Coach, leave the court, please.
앞에 기다리고 있어.
Ready to play, please. Quickly.
Well, for the neutrals, this match is beautifully poised.
11-8.
11-8 to the marginal underdog here
Play.
on the ranking, 20 points shy of the lofty top 10 ranking of Hyun is CHEUNG. Can she hold on?
Service over. 9-11.
Well, just the turnaround that Hyun's looking for right now since the mid-game interval. Backing herself with that one.
Service over. 12-10.
That's a bit of a wounder for the Korean, into the drift and all that. Make a good poker player, wouldn't she? Stone-like face, doesn't give a lot away. Lovely on-court demeanour. Great sense of calm and control about her. Another full-length dive, paying dividends there from CHEUNG. That was
13-10.
immaculate defense. She wants this badly. Extends her lead to 3 points again. Let's see it again, shall we? Look at that. It was a wonderful point from both, frankly. That only just narrowly missing too. The South Korean coach punches his mate on the leg as if to say, can you believe she missed that?
13-10. Play.
Well, just about to say it was a good lead, but was it?
Ball out.
Again, electronic review will intervene. Let's see what Hawkeye has to say. Yeah, long way out.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining.
So both players
Service
since
over.
the mid-game interval just engineering runs of 2,
11,
and that's
13.
about it at the moment. Such is
Try.
the cagey nature of exactly what they're up to out here. Fighting tooth and nail for every single point. Going with their highest percentage choices possible. Blending power and silky hand skills there, Sung Ji-hyun. That was
12-13.
beautiful to watch. Masterful point. Look at this. Now then, is this where the deciding game swivels in favour of the former world number 2?
12-13. Play.
Well done. Very persistent, very focused,
Service over.
very
14,
hungry.
12.
Is Cheung. Look at this. Closing so quickly on that penultimate shot to get the easy put away.
Play. Service over. 13,
Fans back home will be
14.
just trying desperately to just coax her to break away with a little bit more cushion from Sung Ji-hyun, who's ever dangerous and just menacing all the way, just nibbling away at the Hong Kong psyche right now. That was a beautiful shot.
Service over. 15-13.
Backing herself very much there. Now perhaps some of
16,
yesterday's endeavour
13.
catching up with her a little. That looked like a slightly tired shot there. Real unforced error that you rarely see from the Korean. And a shake of the head
Play.
afterwards. Looking ever so slightly forlorn. Oh, patiently working the point there, the Korean. Again,
Service over.
playing catch-up
14-16.
with all of her might. Well, Sung Ji-hyun has just upped the intensity. You can feel it, can't you? It's quite palpable.
15-16.
Particularly when you see a player on the floor. Cheung here just trying her heart out to stay with the former world #2 of about 20 months or so ago. That was when she was right up there in the rankings. June 2017. Look at that. Not for lack of trying. These are long, grueling rallies, some of them. And that will take its toll, you'd imagine, for whoever does come through this.
Play, please.
But Sung Ji-hyun has contested just so many matches of this kind of level when she's chasing the score in the deciding game. So battle-hardened in that regard.
16.
But today, can she find a way through against a very spirited campaigner in the world #30, the other side of the net? Who can build on the fact that the #5 seed has been swept aside?
Service over. 17.
Well, it was high risk.
15.
She pulled the trigger and found it. Well into the second hour of play now.
30-20.
Cleverly engineered from the more experienced of the two.
16,
She's not
17.
done with this yet. Keeps responding when she's down on this scoreboard so effectively. Just not allowing Cheung Ngan too much wriggle room.
Return score.
Still just 1 point there.
(16-17). Play.
A roar of delight
17
from
all.
Sung Ji-hyun as she draws level. Who's going to blink first?
18-17.
Well, you have to head back to April 2015, the Maybank Malaysian Open, where CHEUNG Ngan downed Sung Ji-hyun. It was a long time ago, 4 years or so. It was a close 3-gamer. But since then, Sung Ji-hyun has put together 4 consecutive wins over today's opponent. So leads 4-1 head-to-head. We spoke of that at the top of the programme. But she is much improved, CHEUNG Ngan. But having a lady of that sort of stature, former world number 1 in your corner, has obviously bolstered her belief. I'm happy with the serve there, Sung Ji-hyun. Wow, super tough point for both. But it's the Hong Kong player that yielded in the end. Now, the former world number 2 showing all of her experience and prowess in these kind of tough situations, as she did commendably yesterday to take down the 5th seed, the Indian, former semi-finalist here, of course, PV Sindhu. Can she build on all of that work and endeavour from yesterday and secure a quarter-final berth as a consequence? She's done the hard stuff. Many thought this might be a little bit more academic and straightforward. Far from it. The world number 30 putting up a real good scrap here. It's back up against the wall kind of badminton from CHEUNG.
20,
just spilling
18.
wide there, so it's a couple of match point opportunities now for Sung Ji-hyun.
Play.
Now, to remind you, she needed 9 yesterday against Kusalavi Sindhu. 2 match points here for Sung Ji-hyun. It's gone, and it was arms aloft time for Sung Ji-hyun of South Korea. Delight in her camp, and she'll be absolutely relieved. She prevails in a punishing 3rd and deciding game, a game in which she trailed the whole way. She had to bring her very best, and in the crunch, it was just enough. The former world number 2 from South Korea, Sung Ji-hyun, coming through in 76 minutes of compelling action out on court 1 to open day 2. Confirmation of the scoreline then, 21-11, 18-21, 21-18. Well, she will feel utterly relieved. I guess that sense of expectation after the PV Sindhu scalp yesterday. But she has delivered again, puts herself into the quarter-final. That'll feel good. Her work is done for the day. She'll go back, relax a little bit, I'm sure, and prepare for the winner of Chun Yu Fei or Aya or Hori tomorrow.